Sills! Dude, wow. Unbelievable news. Unbelievable news. And let me start the show off by doing this. Let's all gather around here. Ready? Let's all gather around here. And if you're Lamar Jackson, you're doing this. Dear God, thank you very much for Jalen Hurts. Thank you for Jalen getting his deal done, putting the parameters out there, and showing me the light. Thank you very much. In Heavenly Dollar's name, amen, Lamar Jackson. Dude, hey, I guess that guy ain't so stupid after all, huh? What is it? 80 million? First year, 112, second year, 156, 208, and 4. I guess he ain't that dumb after all. I guess this guy's not a dumbass after all, is he? Guy represented himself. No tag and no trade. Kudos to Lamar Jackson. By the way, Jalen Hurts is the Pied Piper to this. He's totally the Pied Piper. Everyone now is going to fall in suit. And quite frankly, I'll tell you one thing else he's done. Jalen Hurts has also done this for all these quarterbacks whose contracts are up. He showed you how to do it right. No noise. Don't kick your heels up. Don't be a nuisance. Because you know why? The money's so great. Don't make yourself look like Aaron Rodgers and make yourself feel like you're better than everybody else on your roster. That's what Jalen did. Jalen set a tone around his $51 million. Gotta say, man, it's one of the greatest and most professionally negotiated contracts for that kind of money I've ever seen. That all goes back to Hurts, his agent, and Howie, and the owner, of course. The four folks did this right. You're already hearing Tom Telesco. Yeah, we're working on something. No, you're not. It's the Spanos family. How could you be working on anything? You got Mike Brown and the Bengals. What do you think they're working on? Trying to figure out ways on how they can hijack Joe Burrow. Jalen Hurts got to deal. Dude, Jalen's in the best org. I got to say, I'm trying to figure, is there a better organization right now to play for? Is there a better organization right now to play for than the Eagles? Where would you want to play? Hey, let's take the Eagles out of the equation. What organization in the NFL, not counting the Eagles, where you would want to play? Where? Pittsburgh? Kansas City. Kansas City, fly. Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Where else? Buffalo? Buffalo? Buffalo paid Allen. Where else would you want to? Don't use the Eagles. Jacksonville? I think you got to have a little more time there with Doug. I think Doug needs a little more time to build that thing up. So a couple guys here. Seattle, John Schneider, Pete Carroll. But how long is Pete going to be there? What's that going to look like when Carroll's not there either? Who's going to take over for Pete Carroll in Seattle? 71 years old. That's not going on much longer. Okay? That's not going on much longer. Where else, man? Atlanta? Fan base is great. Fan base is great. Arthur Blank, the owner's great. Atlanta? How about David Tepper in Carolina? Maybe David Tepper? Right? Yeah, Arthur Blank's a great owner. New Orleans? My point is this. The Eagles have to be the best place right now if you're an NFL player to want to go to work. That's crazy cool. They're in Kansas City. Kansas City and Philadelphia are the two best places to play in the NFL. Buffalo and Pittsburgh are probably a close second, third, or third and fourth. Probably somewhere like that. Miami, I do not want to play for Stephen Ross. That guy has not a chance. I do not want to play. Chris Greer is a good GM, but I don't like the owner, Stephen Ross. Too Harry Carey in how he does business. Jalen Hurts has the best of everything. He's got a great GM. He's got a great owner. He's got a great fan base. He's got a great roster. And he's got a great opportunity to get his team back to a Super Bowl again. I'll tell you one thing I will give the Eagles credit for, too. Unlike what the Rams had to go through. You know what they did? They did. Doesn't it seem that Philadelphia stepped on the gas pedal? Who said this? Somebody said this. The Eagles have not lost momentum since the Super Bowl. How many times do you see organizations lose momentum as they get closer to the, free agency, the draft, and when they come off of especially a Super Bowl loss, even a win, you kind of lose momentum. The Eagles have kept momentum going. They've stayed on the gas pedal. Actually, I actually think they've stepped on the gas pedal more. Some of you hold my feet to the fire, and you should. And you should. Sills, you said on March 13th this team had no chance to make the playoffs. I did. As of March 13th? Well, as of May 4th. From March 13th to May 4th, I don't know how many days that is. Somebody help me out. Big Sills didn't go to Miami as a mathematician. But since March 13th to May 4th, they flipped the script. They have flipped the script. They have flipped it. It's unbelievable. Drafting, A. Free agency, A. 50 days. Howie Roseman has done all of this, Kyle, in 50 days? Jalen's contract done. Getting Kelsey back. Getting your corners back. Getting a star running back. Drafting the best player in the draft by some, including yours truly. Getting a sleeper star in Nolan Smith. Dre, thank you. Dre, I'm loving your show. The Howie Show. Dude, I'm trying to think of a general manager that has done this kind of retooling. It's not rebuilding. This is retooling. I'm trying to think of a GM over the last couple years that has retooled like this. New England. But see, it's easy to retool when you have Brady. Yeah, that's right. Latin Inferno, you still got June 1 yet, where players are going to be salary casualty cap guys. Absolutely. There's another part of the calendar that's still yet to come. Wow.